Right, what's up, guys? $1,500 buy-in today. Millionaire maker, which means $1 million to whoever wins this poker tournament. Win a poker tournament, win $1 million. Seems fair. Seems like a fair trade. Five-minute delay, as per usual. Just getting started here. Starting with 50,000 in chips. We've lost 120 chips. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully a long day of streaming again. Late registration is open for 3 hours, down to 158 minutes now. So we'll see how it goes. If things go poorly, perhaps we can fire another bullet into this thing. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though. My roommate, Brad, he has survived into day 2 of this thing. He played a couple days ago. There's a bunch of flights for this thing. I don't know how many total. Probably 10 or more. 5 million guaranteed prize pool, which is the biggest guarantee of the WSOP on GGPoker so far. I think it's probably the biggest one aside from the main event. Not positive. Pretty sweet, though. Play for $1 million from the comfort of your own home, or in this case, the comfort of someone else's home in Mexico. Still comfortable, though. I should see you guys pop up on my screen in about 10 seconds from now, 15 seconds from now. Rocking that 5-minute delay, so everything that you are watching happened 5 minutes ago. I read your chat in real time. I respond to it in real time. Then you see it 5 minutes later. Another lovely day down here in Cabo. I don't see any clouds out there. I see some over there, but hardly any. All right, I had to refresh my screen because for some reason I wasn't seeing anybody, but now I am. First person into the chat is Ryan Johnson. What's up, guys? Second place goes to Stephen Lake, and third place, Devin Kaler. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Guillaume, Mika, Craving Storm, CSAP12, X Mindem, Calvin Day, Tim 7100, Matthew, featuring 21, Craving Storm, Pumping Iron 77, Phil Norton, Schnurgen, Bill Sheldon. What is up? Happy Friday. Is today Friday? Confirmed Friday. Just getting started here. Firing away at this thing. What's up, Drew Perez? Viva Mexico. Patrick Pornin. Pankst19. The Kryptonizer. Cheers, guys. See what we can do. I've been watching some of that Rampage poker. The 8 hours, I guess the 10 hours total that he has of the bracelet event that he won. Trying to see how do you do it? How do you win a tournament? How do you win a bracelet? Benjamin Adler. What do you know? Benjamin Adler sending a super chat. What do you know? Did you enjoy your burger last night, says Benjamin Adler? In fact, I did. Enjoyed it thoroughly. It's fantastic. Side of mac and cheese, side salad. Lovely dinner. Outside by the pool, the ocean view, the fire pit. What more can you ask for? Good company. Brad Owen next to me. Life is good down here. Thanks for being here, Ben Adler, as always. Jean-Francois. Play like everyone against you is the type who doesn't return shopping carts. Lol. Shout out to Tell's podcast. If you guys haven't checked out Tell's podcast, you're missing out on a fabulous little podcast. Here it is. You can find it in iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or right here, tellspodcast.com. Here's the most recent episode, delivered to you by myself and Miss Boosie on a weekly basis. That's the last episode right there, which Jean-Francois has referenced. He's listened. Have you? Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the $4.99. What's up, Timo Lil? Kevin 1029 Hughes. How many days is this tourney? I believe 2. I'm not sure if they play the final table on a third day or if the second day plays all the way to a winner. But if we survive to day 2 at the end of level 17, that day 2 will be on August 2nd, which is Sunday. And I don't know if, does this say somewhere on here? Doesn't say, does it? Doesn't say when the final table happens, if it's that same day or if it's another day. CSAP12 says, any cashes this year? Indeed. 3 or 4. Either 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Cashed in one on the home turf back in Vegas, and then cashed a couple here. So possibly 3 total, I think. What's up, Logan Mayfield? How did yesterday go? Couldn't get anything going. Couldn't get any traction. Pretty card dead for the most part. And then a bunch of tough spots that were super marginal either way. But, yeah. Couldn't get it going. Played some cash games. Hung out with Brad for a little bit. Had a couple beers on the stream. That was fun. Hey, what's up, Richard? Thanks for joining. Thanks for becoming a member of the channel. Got yourself the blue drone. Appreciate that, dude. There it is. There it is. If you want to support the channel, there's several ways to go about doing that. Just hanging out here is one way. Hanging out in the chat, another way. Clicking the like button, another way. Clicking the subscribe button, another way. And clicking the join button, yet another way. Appreciate all you guys. Jack P, is your wife came with you? She's holding it down in Vegas for now. We are chatting about it, though. I'd say it's 50-50 at the moment for her to come on down, spend the last week or so here, last 5 days maybe. Scheduled to be here until the 7th before flying back to Vegas. Honestly, I wouldn't mind just staying here forever, though. I don't know if the owners of this house would go for it, but I wouldn't mind just living in this house forever. Vegas Aviation 22 sent Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey some DMs trying to get our boy Neemster sponsored. Appreciate the effort, man. Every day that they are not sponsoring me is a missed opportunity. I think we would create some wonderful synergy, me and Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Don't know if you guys have tried it yet. Free shout out to Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey right here to all 396 of my current audience members. $1,500 buy-in. I sold 1/3 of the action for this guy. So I am in for the 1K and sold the other 500. Chris Lopez says, how to win a bracelet? Be a donk. I don't know, dude. I mean, for sure there's like some run good, a lot of run good mixed in there. Got to find some cooler situations, got to suck out along the way, but it's definitely going to require some good play as well. Can't just be a total spaz and just hope to win, hope to get through thousands of players. Not sure how many people are in this thing altogether across all the flights. In this flight right now, there's 231 entries, and we've already lost 10 of those. We're here at level 3. We are in the middle of the pack. 135 out of 222 left. Jay says, enjoyed the Andrew/Brad open session on chat yesterday. Brad gets to talking when he's had a few. Don't we all, though? Let's defend. Suited queen. No love. What's up, Kieran McCluskey? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Is Sammy Hagar's bar still down there? I assume it is. I would assume Cabo Wabo bar is somewhere around these parts still. Haven't looked into it. Haven't looked it up. Can't say it's exactly towards the top of my to-do list while I'm down here. But I think that tequila gets pretty high reviews, doesn't it? Don't really know about the food at that establishment per se. You think Sammy Hagar is back there in the kitchen whipping up some enchiladas in between shots of Cabo Wabo tequila? Hi, Andrew. Good luck from Southeast London. Thanks, Steve Mason. Lie to your mother and get really lucky. That's how you win. Shout out to Rampage Poker getting it done, winning himself a bracelet. I've made it down to the in watching back the tournament. I've made it down to the final table and like the final 5 or 6 players. I think 5. He definitely made a lot of good plays along the way. Some things that I wouldn't have thought to do that seemed to be good and worked out for him. He played a little bit tighter from early positions than I would have, so maybe that's good. Maybe I'm spewing too much from early positions with hands like Queen 9 suited and stuff like that. Things to think about. I feel like I'm opening GTO ranges, but I don't think you necessarily have to open every hand that the GTO range suggests, and he definitely seems to have trimmed a couple of those off of the range, and it worked out in his favor. He seemed to pick up kings a number of times, which is awesome. Aces a couple times. On the final table, it was a pretty fantastic spot where he got it in with like ace-7 suited versus kings and ace-king, I think it was. Kings and ace-queen, maybe, for the double knockout. So that was great. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to, like I said, find a ton of run good in these tournaments if you hope to end up in that first spot at the end of the thing. So I seriously doubt there's anybody who's ever won a tournament who hasn't gotten the money in as a dog throughout the entire thing. Just doesn't work that way, I think. Love the content you and Brad put out. Thanks for streaming to us. Best thing you have learned thus far playing tournaments over cash. Best thing you have learned thus far? Not sure what you mean by best thing. Just the opening ranges, I think, are the most interesting difference as far as the tournaments go compared to cash games. So there's a lot of spots where I would open like a lot more suited connectors. But when stacks are more shallow, then the value of those things, the value of those hands just goes down. High card heavy hands are much more important, it seems like, than suited connectors and suited gappers. So yeah, that's definitely important. But it's just been like really fun to just be down here and grind tournaments. I hop in the cash game sometimes too. Enjoying the PLO, multi-tabling the PLO. Been hanging out in the 50-cent dollar PLO streets a little bit, like in the evenings, nighttime, after tournaments are a wrap. But yeah, it's been really fun to just be on the tournament grind. What's up, Anuj? Hey, any local games in Mexico? International vlog would be fun for all. No live poker for me. Hesitant to play live poker back in Vegas with the virus situation. And just happy to be on lockdown mode here. Play online from the comfort of our villa and fire at some bracelet events. It would be great to capture that for the vlog. I definitely agree. And if circumstances were different, I would for sure make that happen. But happy to just lay low, take the precautions, and get in all of this action that is available to us. But thanks for the $5, dude. Appreciate it a lot. Do you use any hand charts for these tourneys, or is that illegal? I don't think it's illegal. So yeah, I'm looking at charts. I'm using charts. To my knowledge, I don't believe it's illegal. We, in fact, asked if that's illegal. So there's no way to enforce that. So it would be pretty silly if that is illegal. If you're using like real-time solvers to help you, like in the middle of a hand, that's illegal. But pretty much everybody is going to be looking at charts, opening ranges and stuff like that. So recommend doing that. Recommend checking some stuff out as far as tournament study. I have a link in the description box that says what poker material I'm studying, so feel free to check that out. A couple of good options in there for you. I hope she comes down and spends some nice time with you. Thanks, dude. That being said, someone's got to get the favorable apparel out the door. And speaking of the favorable apparel, did you get your money bands yet? Or perhaps your stickers, the classic vinyl stickers? Click this money band link. Look at that. Black money bands are in stock. 3 of them for a mere $9. Shipping included, by the way. If you're in the US, domestic shipping is included. Grab yours today. Only a few left, in fact. So Boosie's holding it down in Vegas, getting your money bands into your hands, or your stickers, favorable t-shirts, whatever you so desire. My man, Benjamin Adler says, Is it too early to start drinking? To each their own, dude. I mean, it is Friday. And it depends what time zone you're speaking of. If you're speaking of the time zone that you're in, no. Answer is a solid no. Maybe a Bloody Mary, perhaps. Maybe you're not into Bloody Marys. Maybe it's not up to me to make any sort of suggestion. One way or the other. You didn't even need to ask me, did you, Benjamin Adler? You really didn't. Still coughing. Do you have COVID? I don't believe so. I feel good. Just a lot of, I think, talking into the microphone, I think. Feel good. Have felt good this entire time. Feels great to, wake up, breakfast out by the pool with the ocean view. Get some of that sunshine, fresh air, first thing in the morning. Maybe get a little workout in. Come upstairs, hang out with you guys. Living the dream. The absolute dream. Your compound there in Mexico is awesome. How did you find it? We found it on Airbnb. Good flop for us, despite a fairly big whiff with this exact hand. And we get check raised immediately, and we have nothing, so we fold. Good skill and good luck. Miss your vlogs. Can't wait for life to return to normal, says Dean. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, seems like you're not alone in that boat, that's for sure. Thanks for the $5, dude, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the good wishes. Hopefully our 5-7 suited will connect at some point today. Seems like a requirement. But much appreciated, dude. And Spencer Heckwolf sends a $1.99 with no message, just a $1.99. Cheers, buddy. Thanks. Yeah, the house/compound, as you called it, is on point for sure. The only thing that the only thing we were concerned about is the internet speed, especially for this job, this live streaming gig. The upload speed was somewhere around 10 megabits per second, which is not terrible for one live streamer. But we thought maybe Brad and I would be live streaming at the same time. So we wanted double that, I guess. So we said we were looking for a little bit more. We communicated with the house owner and said, we need something a little stronger. We said, those are rookie numbers. You guys got to pump those numbers up. And so they did. They ordered the increased premium internet just to make sure they got us in the door, which with international travel and tourism being seriously diminished at the moment, I'm sure they were happy to make that happen for us. And they bumped it up to 50 upload speed, 50 megabits upload speed, which is plenty. So this has been smooth sailing, this streaming thing from down here in Mexico. Beaming you the 9 deuce offsuit to the entire world. What's up, Jacob? What does the rest of your WSOP schedule look like? Good question. Let me take a look here. Let's see. Let's take a look-see. Today is the 31st. So tomorrow there's a $500 deep stack event. So let's get in there. We'll fire at that. Stream it. Why not? Sunday is the 1K short deck. So wouldn't mind hopping in that as well. Sunday is day 2 of this thing, the Millionaire Maker. And there's also a $500 turbo deep stack. So whether or not we survive to day 2 in this thing, there's a couple tournaments to enjoy on Sunday as well, regardless. And so yeah, Saturday, $500 deep stack. Expect Expect your boy to be in the mix. What else beyond that? Monday, there's nothing. Tuesday is a $2,100 bounty championship, which I will skip because bounty tournaments, lots of things that I am not, that I don't have a firm grasp on. So when they kick the buy-in up, especially $2,100, happy to play like that 840 event the other day, but $2,100 might be a little steep, might be a little tough. Wednesday, there's a $400 PLO event, so we can fire at that. Thursday, there's a 1K event. We can fire at that. And then we're scheduled to be out of here. There you go. You have all my plans. Thanks for the $2, Jacob. Yep, this is the $1,500 buy-in Millionaire Maker. The information is up here. It's in very small print, so I'm not positive you guys can read that. But it's also in the title of this live stream, so you should be able to see it underneath the video. Not exactly picking up too many premiums thus far in the early going. D-Negs just said he's flying to Mexico for some WSOP. Is he or is he not coming to feed you your teeth anally? Let's hope not. You never know. But let's hope not. He seems to be a little bit too preoccupied with another fellow named Doug Polk at the moment, and his challenge, his heads-up grudge match duel challenge thing that they are working out the details of, which I would imagine would get worked out eventually. Talked about this yesterday. I really don't understand what angle Daniel is coming at this from and why he would agree to just play 2 tables of heads up, no limit hold'em online against someone who's a specialist in that exact format without any odds or side bet or additional benefits, unless there's something I don't know about, unless there's something we all don't know about. Maybe they made a side agreement. If Doug wins, he agrees to never ever bring up a whole host of things that he has been sticking the needle into Daniel about for years now. I don't know. That would have been a stipulation that I would have suggested to Daniel. But perhaps he doesn't care. Perhaps he just wants to get it on for the fans. And who am I to say otherwise or suggest otherwise? And look who it is. My goodness. And in 2211. Good luck, Andrew. Looking forward to a deep run. How is the tourney structure? LFG. The 49.99. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Let's do it, Annan. Let's get it. Let's flop a straight flush with this Jack 9 of diamonds one time. It's not too much to ask, is it? One time. Well, a little bit of playability. Happy to call a small bet here. Could raise, could flat. I don't think raise makes too much sense because he should have the stronger aces. That's a good card. That's a terrible card. He shouldn't have quads all that often, should he? Okay, we're safe. That fellow had quads. Here we go, Annan. Come on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep that run good going. Could flat since the raise is from early position. Could raise though. go with the ladder route. It's a good flop, you guys. It's a good flop. Bet a third, 1/3 pot. Quick fold, unfortunately. Could check, blocking a lot of the continuation range. Happy to win a couple pots, but my man, thanks, Anand. Appreciate it, dude. Structure, take a look at the structure here. I honestly, I'm not much of a structure nerd, to be honest with you. So you guys tell me, is this a good structure or a average structure? 13-minute levels. So could be faster, could be a little bit slower. But 13 minutes definitely seems reasonable. And we are currently here in level 4 at the 400, 800 level. That's what we're looking at. These are the level jumps. Yeah, I'm not too much of a structure expert. You guys tell me. Featuring 21, Run Good is bound to come strong today. Get it. Thanks, dude. Let's get it, man. Couple of hands early on. Genuinely appreciate it, you guys. Jacob, just ordered some favorable stickers. Would highly recommend. I would recommend them as well, as a matter of fact. Thanks, Jake, out there in St. Paul, Minnesota. 1 pack of stickers, also 3 to a pack coming your way. Expect those in the very near future at your front door. Shout out to Larry M in Longwood, Florida. Got himself a pack of the money bands. Black variety. Coming your way very shortly. Rob A. What's up, Rob? Getting in on that black money band action. Lock Sheldrake in New York. Lock Sheldrake. Haven't heard of that one. Sounds lovely, though. Sounds Scottish. Is it, in fact, settled by Scots? Let's get after it. It's a tournament. Not too much here. Not too many barreling opportunities here either. Aside from a jack or a 10, he's kind of short, so it could be tough to just barrel away here. Check out a position. Quick check back. 3 diamonds now, of which we clearly have 0. Good river card. Bet small. Bet a third. Solid result. Out of there with the king 4. Thanks for hopping into that favorable apparel shop, you guys. Jake Betts, all the way from Leicester, England. Lovely, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Did you guys have to tell customs you were going to Mexico for work, or were there no issues crossing the border? There were no issues. They seem to be open for tourism if you come in via aircraft. Can't drive across the border, but travel is open beyond just essential workers, essential travel, and such. It was limited to business travel only, but I think it's open to everybody now. Again, only by air. But anyway, they didn't ask us. Juggernaut says, I think GG surely asked DNegs to do it. It will probably be funded by GG and played on GG for their marketing like Galfon Challenge. I think that is a thoughtful hypothesis, but I don't think it's true if I were to guess. But I don't really know. Because they're talking about where, like on what platform they are going to play it on. And it seems like GG hasn't even been mentioned yet. And also, I'm not sure whether that would require VPNing from the US. So I'm not too sure how that would work, honestly. But it seems like they're looking around at different platforms. And if they are looking around at different platforms, then that theory is probably out the window. And it also seems like GG would probably want to stay out of Daniel's business like that kind of business, that personal stuff, which seems like this little tiff has become quite personal. So I don't know. It's all speculation, obviously. What's up, Charles? Keep it up, man. Love what you and Brad do. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the $1.99. Couldn't do without you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Aaron says, go blue. Hey, that's fine. I'm a Michigan State man, but I long ago left any sort of serious rivalry. I'll root for Michigan State when it's U of M versus MSU, but happy to see any team from any teams from Michigan do well. Justin Correll, you're an awesome individual. Good luck. Wow, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the $4.99. An awesome individual. I think you guys are all individually awesome. How about that? Heading into break here. Tony says, you whoop a man's ass at his own game and it makes it so much worse. If Daniel beats him, Polk can never say shit ever again, in just my opinion. I suppose so. I don't think that would actually stop him from ever saying shit again, but maybe. And it also seems extremely unlikely that Daniel would win. I think he's a massive underdog, but who knows? Anything can happen, I suppose. Dude, I'm so sorry if this has been asked already, but why did you guys go to Mexico to play, considering you could have played from Vegas? Really curious. Longtime viewer from blog number 1. Thanks, William Wyatt. You cannot play on this platform from Vegas. You have to be outside of the United States of America. This is GGPoker. Yes, there are a bunch of bracelet events going on WSOP.com, of which I participated in a few. Cashed one of them. But there's many more bracelets to be won. I believe the WSOP version is now over, or today might be the last day. I'm not sure. I think today might be the last one. But then this event goes on all the way until September 6th, I think. And I think the main event I think it concludes on September 6th, something like that. So yeah, that's the story. What's up, Colin? Member of the channel. Dropping those favorable emotes in there, which you get if you click that join button and become a member of the channel. Time delay, 5 minutes. Shane, working on a 5-minute delay. Chris says, I might go to Mexico for my birthday in a week and a half. Will you and Brad still be there then? If so, you down to meet up? Probably not, dude. Not doing too many social things, really. Just trying to mainly do the quarantine thing. Gone to a couple of restaurants, but just the outside dining and the number of people, tourism is down significantly for the most part. Appreciate the offer. Appreciate the $5. An early happy birthday to you. Week and a half from now. But hope you. It's nothing personal, but just trying to lay low, stay on the grind here. Much appreciated though, dude. Robbie White says, Andrew, who's on your all-time Mount Rushmore top 4 of small stack players? Ever play deuce to 7 single draw? Thanks, and fade those outs. Thanks for the $4.99. Appreciate it a lot. And I have never played deuce to 7 single draw or triple draw. So that's a no. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Maybe small stakes players? Small stakes players. I don't know, dude. What? Give me some ideas, I guess. Like, what do you mean, small stakes players? And how could there be a Mount Rushmore of small stakes players? Like the best small stakes players? And if you actually mean small stack players, same questions. How could there be a Mount Rushmore of small stack players? I'm afraid I don't quite follow, but I do appreciate the discussion, whichever way it may lead us. What's up, Darth Francium? Yo, Andrew, been watching you since vlog number 1. I day trade in the morning and do IT as my day job. Dream is to day trade and play poker full time. Give me that famous Nimi motivation. Good luck on the tourney. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the well wishes and the donation. Appreciate that, Darth. Sounds like you have a pretty good setup at the moment. And if you want to eventually drop the IT gig, that's cool. It's a good way to start these other pursuits. Is to start it part time and start it with a solid day job, and then just slowly build your role that way, whether that's a trading role or a poker role, and have the job money to cushion the losses as you're learning and improving. So it sounds like you're doing it right. That's kind of how I got started in poker. Started recreationally, moved to part-time, eventually full-time as my actual job, as the day job slowly wound down. But thanks a lot, dude. Best of luck to you. What's up, Matthew Goodger? Loving the content from London. Hope you run deep. Thanks, buddy. Cheers, man. Thanks for the £1.99. The £2. Alex says, any reason you don't use a HUD? Well, they do give you the most important stat front and center, which is VPIP. So this number here is my VPIP, which is voluntary money put into the pot, also known as a percentage of hands played outside of the blinds. So right now, due to getting a bunch of terrible hands aside from pocket kings, we've had to fold a lot. We're only playing 16% of our hands so far. Only person with less than that is this person with 13. And you can see everyone else's. So makes it less necessary to use a HUD when you do have this stat at least. I could use one and then set it up on the second screen, but I wouldn't want it on my streaming screen here because it would just be endless questions and not very... it would just look like shit, basically. It doesn't look great when you're streaming and you have a bunch of stats that nobody knows what the hell they are. Basically. Friendly noob, $2. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the $2. Andrew says, if you flew into Cabo, then customs pretty much assumes that you are there for tourism. Likely, but I'm sure there's also some people that fly here for work. Max says, couldn't you have just used a VPN to play on this? You could try, but A, the software picks it up pretty quickly. And B, what are you going to do when you win a bracelet? They're going to say, we need you to prove that you were actually outside of the country. And it would be a disaster to have a huge score and not be able to collect on it. So not even like the bracelet, but cashing an event or like a big 5-figure score or something like that. So I wouldn't recommend that. Can defend this. Maybe it's a loser leave town match like the old pro wrestling matches. The loser has to move out of Vegas. with. Would have been an interesting turn card for us. Travis says, what books or material would you recommend to study to be a rec player? I like how you ask that question every stream, dude. It's good stuff. It's a funny question. I'll give you that. Not too sure about every single stream, but it's reasonable material. So you guys are not planning on staying the whole series? Not at the moment. There is some chance we extend. James wants to know, how big are your feet? Potentially a creepy question, but I'll partake. Wear a size 10. I think in Converse I'm actually like a 9 or 9.5, but everything else 10. Ten deuce, the Doyle, the Brunson, gone. Shout out to Dean M in Woburn, Massachusetts. Picking up a pack of bands. Coming your way, dude. Thanks for getting them. Jonah says, go green. I was really hoping to get back to East Lansing this year, towards the end of this summertime, before Corona ruined 2020. Haven't been back there probably in over 10 years. Wanted to go hang out, take Boosie on a little trip, see some Michigan scenery. Seems unlikely at the moment, though. Talik says, is Brad Owen's streaming? I don't know about Brad Owen's. The guy that I know whose name is similar to that is not streaming. Not yet, anyway. He already made day 2 of this tournament, by the way. Day 2 is on Sunday. Brad Owen's is a pretty cool name. He should maybe consider changing his name to Brad Owen's. I'll talk to him about that. But hopefully we'll see Brad Owen's make a deep run on Sunday in this bad boy. Nicholas says, how's playing on GG? Quite pleasant, honestly. Talks about this yesterday. They had a disastrous first weekend when the upgrades that they made on the back end were not quite ready. Put it that way. So that didn't work out so well the first weekend, the first Sunday, when like the biggest number of people were on the site. So they had to reschedule some tournaments to the following weekend. Every day after that day has been smooth sailing. And playing on this software compared to the WSOP.com software in Nevada, it's like night and day. It's so much more fun. Just like, for starters, the graphical interface. Being able to switch between stack size and number of big blinds, pretty key, because you're always doing the big blind calculations with like every bet size. So just to be able to switch back and forth is fantastic. And all sorts of other things. The rabbit hunt is fun. The slow reveal of the river card, which hasn't come into play yet for us, but I enjoy that. Not everyone does. Fair enough. I enjoy it. I'm probably a fish. What else? You can sell action directly on the platform, which is really cool. As far as I know, it's the only platform that does that, that has that feature. So that's pretty sweet. Hey Andrew, poker and online poker is banned in Hong Kong. Do you think it's safe to play online using a VPN? I've been playing casual for a while, and due to the virus, there's no way to meet up and play. Sadly, I cannot recommend that. Hatless gem. Yeah, just wouldn't recommend it. What's up, Jack? Still mad you told me you weren't playing anywhere the night before my wedding in Vegas, but posted a blog that you were playing at the Bellagio. Did that happen? I said I wasn't playing anywhere the night before your wedding, and then I was. I mean, it could have been like a last minute change of plans, but I doubt it was on purpose. I doubt I was trying to dodge you, Jack Boswell. I'm glad to see you can't be too mad because you sent me $5, so let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. But Bellagio wedding guy, if that's who you are, as you usually introduce yourself, something tells me you're not that mad. Hopefully. I might not be able to sleep tonight if you are. Antonio says, can I play this platform in South Korea? I would say it's likely that you can. Just gonna have to log on, see if you can download the platform and try and log on. And if you do, make sure you use that bonus code MUGS on your first deposit of $20, which will score you $60 in tournament tickets. Seems plus EV to me. Do you really think cash game poker is a sustainable income? Ever think about retirement? I think it is sustainable because I've made that income over several years. But it's not for everybody, that's for sure. It's not easy. It can be pretty tough, and it's getting tougher as people get better at No Limit Hold'em. So you kind of have to do some things to make sure you have an edge in the game. Some things include studying a lot. Some things include game selection and getting into private games and things like that. So, yes, I do think it is sustainable. I'm going to put you in a quick timeout because you are spamming the chat, but I hope that you'll come back after your timeout and all will be well. And I hope that answers your question. Rampage Poker, legend of the game, bracelet winner Rampage Poker. Wishing some luck box run good your way. Take it down. Thanks, buddy. I wonder if the high is the high still happening, Rampage? Are you still on cloud 9 or what? For winning a bracelet and $160,000. Been watching the video back. I'm trying to learn how you do it. How does one do it? All the way down to first place. I've learned how to get down to 6th place, I think, or 5th place. That's how far I've gotten in your archive stream. And if you guys want to watch it, head over to his channel, Rampage Poker. His bracelet winning run is archived there. All 10 or so hours of it. See a little flopski. I can call one big blind. Very subpar turn, considering all possible turn cards. That would include a 2, a 3, a spade, a 5, even an ace, a 6. You got it, homie. Thanks for the $10, Rampage. And thanks for representing the vloggers and getting some hardware. Ben Lott says, do you support yourself solely from poker? Any side hustles? You got to, well, let's start. Let's look at like 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago, solely from poker, yes. Right now, starting 3.5 years ago, let's look at exactly what you're looking at. We're streaming, right? We've built an audience through content creation, which at first was a side hustle because you don't make any money when you first start doing that. But eventually you do make money doing that. And so eventually that side hustle can become at least a part-time job and possibly more, take up more time than the original job. And that's kind of where I'm at. Content creation takes up at least 50% of my time, probably more like 65% of my time. Times are weird right now because live poker is kind of tough, but we can still we can do this. We can do things like this, and you can partner with brands, and you can sell money bands, and etc. So, as you can see, there is a side hustle, so to speak, that has become at least a part-time job, if not the main focus. And what's cool is that you can do that no matter what field you find yourself in. You can create content. I'm going to fold this ace deuce off suit. You can create content about whatever position you're in life. It doesn't have to just be poker. Imagine you're a plumber in a small town and you know a thing or two about plumbing. You could create content about plumbing. You could teach people how to fix things on their own. And you might say, well, wouldn't that take away from your job of being a plumber if people are fixing things on their own? Sure, maybe. Maybe if someone in your small town learns how to fix a leaky pipe. But imagine all the other people that would tune into your videos for helpful tips. You could become the go-to source for fixing leaky pipes if you deliver good content, helpful content, deliver that value for free. And then, since you have such a wonderful personality, people will want to learn more about you. They'll want to support you. They'll want to buy small town plumber merch, perhaps, as a thank you for all the free content that you've provided them and resulted in all of their leaky pipes getting fixed. Amazing, right? Can apply that to so many things out there, I think. David Willis, $2. Are the bracelets you win on GG WSOP bracelets or GG ones? I believe they are WSOP bracelets, but a lot of people are saying that these bracelets will have an asterisk attached to them, so to speak. So, I mean, that's up for debate. Personally, I don't really care. I don't really feel strongly about it one way or the other. If I were to win a bracelet on here, I would say I have a WSOP bracelet. And then I'm sure that conversation would lead to which bracelet. And I would say, I won it online. And they would say, oh, yeah, I remember that year. And that would be the end of the question, the conversation. Or someone would say, do you have it on you? I'd love to see it. Anyway, yeah, they're WSOP bracelets. You know, some people feel one way about these bracelets because the entire event is online this year. But this isn't the first year that bracelets have been awarded via online events. So it's definitely unique in the sense that there's no live bracelets this year. But this is not the first year that there are online bracelets. Granted, this is the first year that there are online bracelets won on a platform outside of the US, accessible outside of the US. Previously, it was just on WSOP.com, which was only accessible in Nevada and New Jersey, and still is. But I don't know. Maybe people feel one way or the other about that. Personally, to me, it's a bracelet. So that's how I feel. Thanks for the $2, dude. Playable. Prefer to see a fold here. Right. Happy to bring it in. Jack Boswell says, meet up for drinks and a game next time in Vegas will be a good start. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what we can do, buddy. Appreciate the additional 5. Appreciate you always hanging out on these streams. Meet up for drinks and a game next time in Vegas will be a good start. Okay, we'll try. No promises, because if you're in Vegas and this little virus thing is still a thing, not really sure about it, to be honest. But hopefully it all gets sorted sooner than later, you know? Post for the blog. I'm not too familiar with her. I think I might have seen her on Twitter. And if it's the same Melissa I'm thinking about, then I'm not sure that she's really all that into the poker blogging thing. Not sure though. Okay, we take it down with the Queen Jack. Any win is good. Jack Boswell, another $5. And bring Brad, LOL. Good luck in the tournament and the rest of the series. Thanks, dude. Appreciate each and every donation, as well as each and every, let's see, 1,635 of you guys chilling here. You guys are the best vlog watchers in the world, as I say, even though this isn't a vlog, this is a live stream, but I assume you guys are all vlog watchers. Mediocre ace in the big blind. Peppa Pig 88 seems to be struggling with his decisions or connection. And he's already out of time bank. We could do a couple things here. Flat is pretty standard, but I think I'm going to try and apply a 3-bet here if Taiwan does not come in. I feel like we have a pretty solid image here with the 18 VPIP, definitely on the low side. Well, now we're getting a pretty good price to continue. We could still squeeze here. There's more value in squeezing, but we're also getting a solid price here. So now we have to play out of position with a hand that could be good sometimes, not good a bunch of times, and don't really know. So some benefits to both squeezing and flatting. Turn a bad gutter. Not too much going on here really though. Could try and steal, but probably get called by a reasonable number of single pair holdings. Don't have any blockers to strong hands, really. I guess aside from ace jack, ace 10. Don't really expect to win here. Does have ace 10. Same hand. Squeeze might have worked. Ace 7, a little bit tough to continue with due to reverse implied odds. Could go one of two ways here. Could open. Let's bring it in. Happy to win it. What's up, Phil N? Not only grabbing himself a pack of money bands out there in Lowell, Massachusetts, but also the all-over favorable pocket tee. And if you guys don't know what that looks like, Let me show you what an all-over favorable pocket tee looks like. Look at this beauty. Look at this tee. This is a solid tee, great fit. Look at all these sizes. Small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL. Look at these. Look at this beautiful tee. That's a nice looking t-shirt right there. Excellent choice, Phil N. Excellent choice. Thanks for the support in the favorable shop. Nemi the plumber, says Adrian. Maybe. Did the drone make it to Mexico? It did. The drone is here with me. Seems like people are playing kind of snug-ish. Haven't seen too much craziness going on. We saw the flat from ace-10 offsuit versus the button open. Just as I say that, we get punished right away with a weak ace. Top pair. Could have been something, you guys. Could have been something. But yeah, we saw the flat with the ace-10. That hand could have gone a couple of ways. Yeah, had a little issue with the stream there for a second. Seems like OBS was doing some sort of lagging thing. Just as I was talking about earlier about how the internet has been solid. Might have had a little issue. If that happens, just give it a little refresh. If there's some lag or if there's if the stream drops. Looks like there was a little hiccup on the stream, but it seems good now. Sanjay says, hi, Andrew. Do you think Annette Oberstad actually won a tournament without looking at her hole cards? I think so. She did say that she peeked, I think, a couple times. So she looked when there was like a 4 flush on the board. I think she looked to see if she had a flush. And aside from that, maybe like one other time. So I think for basically the entire tournament, she won without looking at her cards. This was a while back, so it's definitely going to be tougher now. But if you play a low stakes tournament, it would be a fun experiment, I think. We could try that. That would make for a fun stream. Hop into like a $5 tournament or something and see if we can at least cash without looking at our cards. What's up, Jim Lemon? I am here to support your content, but I would also like a plumbing tip, even if you have to make one up. Plumbing tip. Let me make one up for you. Grab yourself a wrench, and every 6 months or so, just make sure those pipes are nice and tight. I don't know where you're going to find these pipes, which part of the house we're talking about, but don't over tighten them because you don't want to. What do they call it? Strip the threadings. So just walk around the house. Any pipe you can find, give it a little tighten, but don't over tighten it. There you go. For $5, you got yourself a plumbing tip. You're welcome. And thank you. Thank you for the $5 and hanging out and for supporting. James B. in Dallas, Texas. He's on the money band train, you guys. James B. is on the money band train as it rolls through Dallas, Texas. Thanks, James B. Appreciate it, dude. Money band's coming your way. Mike Dupree says, what's the numbers by the name? As mentioned just a little bit ago, that is VPIP, which is voluntary money put into the pot, which is another way of saying the percentage of hands that you are playing voluntarily, i.e. not in the big blind or in the small blind. So I am playing 24% of the hands dealt to me thus far. And you can see that as you can extrapolate that to see that it is a percentage of hands or a measure of how loose or tight any one particular player is playing. What is up, Trevor Martin? $9.99. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the good luck and the $10. Much appreciated, my friend. Foofy says no delay. Incorrect. In fact, there is a 5-minute delay. Everything you are seeing happened 5 minutes ago. Reason for that is so that the other players on my table cannot roll on over to my stream and see what cards I have. They would be looking at a hand from 5 minutes ago if they tried to do that. 10-3 off. Not too much going for us with this hand. Seeing a lot of rags for the most part. Featuring 21 says the music volume is much better today. I also changed up the feels. We're on the smooth jams today, rather than the club mixes. We see a limp. Could put in a raise because this hand is bad, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's just usually not going to flop all that well. Even when we do make a pair, still doesn't feel all that special. I'm in a bet here. Bet one big blind. Charge club draws. Club draws. Facing a check raise, I'm just going to let it go. Can also charge straight draws now. If he leads out on this turn, we're going to have to see one more card with top pair still. A lot of these guys are playing extremely slowly for some reason. Just trying to charge all those hands previously mentioned. We have top pair here, so it seems relatively straightforward, but we definitely did not want to see a check raise. Ace queen suited. One of the better hands that we've seen so far today. Once it folds over to later position, happy to put in a 3-bet. Seen this guy open up weak aces previously. Call a jam from that guy. It's a little iffy facing a jam from this player, but feels like a good hand to me. Not the best flop in the world for sure. I want to bet to protect my hand here because we have the best hand a lot of the time, and giving a free card to a hand like Jack 9 suited or something like that, not ideal. Not loving it. Have less than a pot size bet remaining in our stack now. Pretty tiny bet. It's like 1/5. Lose to pretty much everything here. Lose to everything aside from a hand like ace-3 or ace-4. Can't just call it off with ace-queen higher, I don't believe. We lose to 7-8. Backdoor clubs get there. We don't block any of that. We don't block 7-8. Lose to pairs. Lose to trips. Lose to everything. What can you do? What can you do? I assume this is a multi-day event. How long is it? It is. Day 2 is on Sunday. What's up, D-Lock? Thanks for the $2. What are the odds of a D-Negs-like lag rant? I would say damn near 0%. 0% chance of that one. I might have an ace-queen suited rant, though. Is this a bracelet event? This is. This is a bracelet event. The Millionaire Maker. Jason Lives, thanks for the $2, buddy. Much appreciated. Would have loved to been in there if I knew that was the flop. My collar is leaking. Should I buy a new one, buddy? Find that small town plumbing blog. Small town plumber blogger guy. Is your VPIP just for this tournament or overall for the tourneys on GG? It is just for this tournament. Donald in Long Beach, Mississippi? Is that what that is? Long Beach, Mississippi? I didn't know there was. He's in, though. He is in. He's on the train. 3 times over. He's got a lot of cash that he needs banded. That's 9 bands. 9 money bands. The black variety coming your way to Long Beach, Mississippi. Thanks a lot, buddy. You're a child of the 90s, Andrew. We need a stream exclusively with Pantera being played in the background. Wouldn't that be something? I'd be down for it. Maybe that's where we've gone wrong. Maybe that's why we haven't won a bracelet yet. Not enough Pantera. So I know you are closer to it, but have you heard of online play being legalized in the US or any closer to it? Any updates? Sadly, no. No major updates. We do have Michigan just about ready to go. They were saying that they could possibly have it ready to go in October. But unfortunately, on the wider scale, like at the national level, it doesn't seem like too much happening on the national level. Give me 1 second, guys. Be right back. Ace king suited. Will it work out better for us than ace queen suited? $15 bigs seems like it's just above the threshold for the open rather than the open jam. Still going to look pretty strong opening off of this short of a stack size, but the threshold is pretty close. So like 13 bigs, pretty easy open jam, maybe even 14, but 15 and 16 open bigs. Feel like we can still open it as we would with a bunch of hands and still have an open fold range, raise fold range. Phil says, hey Andrew, using your code on GGPoker gets me what exactly? Gets you $60 worth of tournament tickets. And I believe they are released $10 a day for the first 6 days of your account on GGPoker. So when you deposit $20, you get $60 in tournament tickets, is how that works. Why do you like looking at it in terms of big blinds instead of dollars? Because when you design ranges, and what I mean by that is when you build a list of hands that you are opening from different positions, that is all based around the number of big blinds that you have in your stack. So that list changes based on number of big blinds. And then post flop, you're generally betting percentage of the pot. You're betting based on the percentage of the pot. That's how you're sizing your bets. So when you have it in big blinds, perhaps it doesn't matter so much because you can just click the auto buttons, auto sizing buttons, either way. But it can also just give you the automatic number without having to do the math, which you're often doing anyway. So that's why I like it. But I do know that it's much better for the stream to have it in chips rather than big blinds. Out of there with a 6-4. Everyone is blowing out their time banks to try and snipe streamer. I doubt it. I don't think it's that important of a... I assume you're joking, but I don't think it's that important of a moment in the tournament. Great stream as always. Watching as I grind some of the micro stakes tournaments on GGPoker. Looking to improve my tournament play. All the best, pal. Thanks, buddy. I am also looking to improve my tournament play. So we are in the same boat here. Live cash game player for 10.5 years or 11 years or whatever it is. And I'm not going to have all the answers. There's going to be lots of hands where I don't know what to do. And that's just part of the poker improvement process. So I did not make my living playing these tournaments, as some people in the chat are very quick to point out whenever a hand does not go my way. And that's okay. I know where I stand. I am using each opportunity to try and improve. And that's kind of like how this gig works, and I think how a lot of life works, really. If you want to get philosophical about it, I think that's how a lot of life works. So, yeah, no, I did not make my living playing tournaments over the past 10 years. And you'll be able to pick up on that here and there. And just because you are successful in one area of poker, or reasonably successful, not that I'm like the most successful cash game player either, but done okay, been able to grind out a reasonable living on my own terms, playing live cash games. Some of that is going to translate into online poker tournaments, and some of it definitely is not. And that's just the way it is. So have at it. Rampage won a bracelet. What's up, Nemi? I don't know, dude. I'm trying. I'm going to keep trying. I did. Travis says he's going to miss out on a good hand. Watch, I almost did. I almost missed that ace-king suited, but no action with it anyway. Good to win the blinds, though. Shout out to Troy in LaGrange, Texas. Is it LaGrange or LaGrange? I imagine it's LaGrange in Texas. Troy sending a pack of bands to Scott. Cheers, guys. Trips versus a flush. Thanks for hopping on that money band train. Facing an open with the ace-9 suited, I'm going to let it go, especially in early position, especially versus a guy who flatted the ace-10 offsuit in the small blind versus button open. Seeing that flop gives me some regrets. Standard. Yeah, there's always that debate of whether opening the ace-king for the one big blind off of my stack versus open ripping it. Which looks stronger? How can you know? You know, I guarantee you if I just open ripped it and it folded through, some people for sure in the chat would have said, you shouldn't have open ripped it, you should have just min opened. Alexander says, how to run deep in events. Eat a leftover Chipotle bowl on stream. 2, listen to Leroy Towns. Or 3, play in a Whole Foods parking lot. 1 plus 3 are most optimal. I haven't tried any of that yet. That could be important. What are tournament tickets? Tournament tickets are basically tournament dollars that you can use to buy into tournaments with, rather than US dollars.
North American tour. That was Q Ryan with 23, remixed by Spencer Brown.
Do you think players see you as a tight player? Well, they can look at this VPIP number, and that will give them some sense of whether or not I'm a tight player or not. And if they don't know anything else about me, then they can rely on that little piece of information. It's something. So it depends, though, on the number of hands that you have with that player. Once it gets closer to 100 hands, it's usually a pretty good judge. And then if you get like more and more hands, it's a much better judge. But you know, if you only have 10 hands with a player, then it's kind of meaningless. What did you do before poker? I was working in... I was chasing the music industry dream. Working behind the scenes and stuff. Started in London. Right out of college. with an internship and then a job there. Moved to Los Angeles, music promotion. Got a job at the William Morris agency, which I thought was going to be like my path. I thought I had firmly placed 2 feet on the path of music executive, music industry executive, and very shortly after joining that company, discovered that not exactly the scene for me after all. Not the scene that I had in mind. Gonna have to defend here with an ace. Should be a good flop for us, so probably just gonna have to go ahead and open rip this. We have backdoor diamonds working for us. Checks it though. Could check, could bet. If he sets us in, it's probably a fold. Just hoping to get to showdown here, I think. We could turn it into a bluff, perhaps. Don't really love that river card. Don't expect to win too often at showdown here, since that river card completes some straight draws that were picked up on the turn. Not too sure how often he has those, but losing to queens. Don't think we want to just call off for the remaining 10 big blinds with 4th pair. Somebody says, please keep it on big blinds. It's definitely better this way for the bigger portion of people, more enjoyment for the stream. But I think for more technical savvy poker players or more technical studied players, they prefer it this way anyway. All right, down to a solid 8 bigs here. Not the start we were looking for in this event. Feels like the ace-9 was worth the call. Could be. I mean, it's definitely possible. The stack size is like getting super shallow. So once we have that few number of big blinds, not positive what we're looking to accomplish aside from flopping a flush draw with ace-9, but could be wrong. Is Brad playing today? I think Brad's working on a vlog right now. I think he's getting his edit on, trying to crank out another video by Monday. He's been on the blog grind still pretty heavily, even through the virus situation. He's been able to crank out a few vids, and that's been really cool to see him stay after it. I've been on this live stream grind pretty heavily here, so kind of been happy to just do this. I would I guess, I don't know. I sometimes go back and forth. Like I go back and forth between creating additional blog content out of these live streams or not. The vids definitely don't perform as well on YouTube compared to the regular live poker videos, but that could just be because people are used to seeing the live poker videos on my channel anyway, and maybe they are just not into online poker as far as the people that watch the current videos. But maybe there's other people who want to see the highlights of these live streams. So I don't know. I go back and forth. What's up? Jason lives. Missed my question. What site for cash in USA? What site for cash? Well, I assume you're not living in Nevada or New Jersey. So assuming you're not living in either of those states, there's only what we call gray area unregulated poker sites. So that means that you are playing on a site where it's not getting third-party audits. It's not licensed by, say, the Nevada Gaming Board or the New Jersey Gaming Board. So basically, there's some sites out there that people do play on, and there's several of them. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend any of them. If you do decide to play on them, the thing to do is to just not deposit more money than you would lose any sleep over. So there's plenty of people that do that, and that's reasonable. But, if you want me to recommend a site, a little bit tough. What I've been doing is I play on this app called Poker Bros when I'm in the US. And the club that I'm in, I feel relatively comfortable with it. But at the same time, it's the same situation. So unregulated, and I don't leave more money on there than I would worry about, So you can just poke around a little bit. There is a forum called 2plus2 that has a big internet poker section on it where they discuss all sorts of things related to online poker, as that name would suggest. Payne says, I can only imagine what you encountered in the music industry. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you've seen Entourage, but if you remember Ari Gold, he was working at what was supposed to be one of the major talent agencies. And so you can remember they sort of made it humorous how toxic of an environment it was, but it was pretty similar to that, just super intense, high stress. Yeah, not exactly my scene. See that ace-5, I would have played the opposite. He was an early raiser. Had you beat the whole way? Maybe, maybe not. Other hands can include king, queen, queen, jack, queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited. Lots of hands that I am ahead of, but there's also some hands that I'm behind. So when you only have to call the additional big blind to see the flop, you're getting a pretty good price. We have basically none. 7.8. Brad Owen, ladies and gentlemen.
What level are you guys in?
What's that?
What level are you guys in?
Level 9. Mind Games says, I always feel better about my game when I read these chat pros talk. Yeah, I mean, it's it's much different to be in the driver's seat than it is to observe somebody else, especially when it's your own money at stake, right? So it can be, oftentimes it is a lot easier to see the correct play when you are not playing and you're watching somebody else play, and you don't second guess yourself, and you don't want to make a mistake for the money that you have at risk and things like that. But yeah, oftentimes it's you never really know though. You never know, like when someone's giving you advice, you don't know whether they are coming from a place of lots of experience or they just think they might know what's best. So poker can be tough like that, you know. Often poker is tough because somebody can, you often don't know what you don't know, you know. So it's hard to know what you're missing until you start learning more and more about the game. A. Greggs says, I'm not a pro and not talking crap, but this is like the fourth tourney I've seen that he plays insanely tight and slowly loses chips and just goes down. Well, the thing is that most of the tournaments that you play, you are going to bust one way or another. And I promise you, if you bust one way or another way, that you will always be questioning yourself whether you should have played more aggressively or you should have played tighter. And yes, there's definitely going to be spots in this tournament where I'm going to go back and look at it and see if I should have just got it in pre-flop, or maybe I should have folded pre-flop, or maybe I should not have folded on the river, and things like that. But you never really know when you bust out of a tournament, and you never play a tournament perfectly, even when you do win a tournament. You're happy when you win a tournament, but chances are you didn't play that tournament perfectly either. And like I said, if I did get it in and bust in one or two of those other hands previously, then promise you there would have been somebody who said probably should have just folded, waited for a better hand, or played that hand differently or something like that. So it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough to know the exact answer. And that's why we have these things called solvers now that try to explain it to us. And you can only like put in the work on those and try to put the information to use. And hope to learn from those. Ace-9. Facing the under the gun open, I don't really love it, but we have ourselves less than 8 big blinds here, so we will be going with it, assuming there's no other jam over here. Gonna send the short stack in. GL ace-9 offsuit. Some hands he can open that we have beat, as mentioned before, like king, queen, king, jack suited, king 10 suited, queen 10 suited, queen, jack suited, jack 10 suited, things like that. Can also be flipping with some smaller pairs, but he'll also have us dominated with some better aces a lot of the time. 30%-ish. Drawing dead. Okay. So, not the tournament run that we were looking for here. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. So, I believe you get 50,000 in chips when you enter this tournament. Let me just double check here. So it is just a debate between Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Just taking a look at the lobby here real quick. There's a couple other tournaments we can hop into. There is a 250 side event, Deep Stack Turbo. There's also another 250 daily special. Or could just fire at this again. And I'm leaning towards not firing since we'll have 25 big blinds. Leaning towards just playing these other tournaments. Which I believe I'm going to do. Closing that. Gonna hang out here on the stream. Gonna fire at this 250 Deep Stack Turbo thing with a 100K guarantee prize pool. Fire at this. Fire at this. Fire at this. I think that's probably it for right now. Firing at these three guys. All right, so 105 Bounty Hunter Special. $250 Deep Stack Turbo WSOP side event. Small check raise with a nut flush draw. Seems odd. Okay, so 250 Deep Stack Turbo, and one more was Daily Special 250. So this one is a bounty tournament. Just trying to figure out how to set these up. Playing 3 tournaments. James, thanks for the 5 quid, dude. Andrew, can I get a wave for good luck? I need the good luck, clearly. Haven't had any today. No love in the Millionaire Maker. We do not become a millionaire today. Just gonna set this up like this for now. Anyway, if you guys tuned in for the bracelet event, thanks for tuning in for that. Understand if you are not here for the 250 deep stack side event or the 250 daily special or the 105 bounty hunter special. If you decide to depart, all good. Thanks for tuning in. But gonna hang out here. Gonna play these pocket kings in the daily special 250. Let me know what you guys think about this view. I could add a 4th tournament here so that it is nice and square and even, which I'll probably do. Deep enough to set mine over here with pocket 8s. Just gonna rip this in, losing to pocket queens and some random 6-5. Hopefully can get called by ace queen. Losing to aces. Snap call seems bad. Pocket aces. Running good today. Running fantastic. All right, we will re-enter this one. Let's take a look at the lobby once more. Okay, let me know what you guys think about this this view here with 4 tables up. Sanjay says, Andrew, when you rebuy into a $1,500 tourney where you've been staked $500, does the rebuy amount also stand in the same deal? Not unless you agree to that. You'd have to agree to it beforehand. So the $500 would actually be $1,000. And so you would say, I will take $500 twice, one for each bullet, maximum 2 bullets. And if you don't use the second bullet, then you would just refund the second $500. These tourneys are not bracelet events, so no, we will not be winning a bracelet today. Jason Nelson says, yeah, paying $1,500 for 25 big blinds doesn't sound overly appealing. Yeah, it's not just that. A lot of it depends on what you find your strengths to be. And the shorter game as a cash game player is probably not my strength. Even though it might become a little bit more straightforward in some spots, there's other spots where I'm not going to be super sure about. So yeah, firing a 1,500 event for 25 big blinds, there's plenty of like tournament pros that would get in there and find that to be plenty of big blinds. But doesn't seem, yeah, all that appealing as you said, as you mentioned. Half a big blind with the Jack 5 offsuit. Seems like a good flop. Could have gone for the check raise or the lead. Either way, seems fine. Probably could have checked the river with the kings, but I don't think I'm folding on the river anyway. But it could be more optimal to just check there because I don't know if we can always get called by like ace queen there. I don't know if ace queen is going to call the river. Good turn card in the 105. Very good turn card. We need to dodge an ace. Interesting spot with the jacks. Turn to open ender. We could be losing to pocket 10s, pocket 8s, pocket 9s. Not too much else. And giving a free card to flush draws plus over cards seems not great. The times we are behind to those hands mentioned seems not fun, but at least we have an open-ended straight draw plus the overset outs. Fours. Need to dodge a 4. Sometimes poker tournaments are very easy and sometimes poker tournaments are very difficult. You get to see it all today. On any one day, I suppose you can see it all depending on the number of tournaments that you play. David Clark says, should have folded kings pre-flop. Damn, learn how to play tournaments, bro. Fair enough, dude. Gonna call the jam. No, I'm not gonna call the raise, the isolation. Stuart Taylor says, I'm about to appear in the empty seat, top right, lol. Lucky Stewie, I assume that's you. What's up, dude? Good luck. Benjamin Adler says, how long were you hungover after your last birthday? Approximately 2 days. Approximately 2-day hangover. Totally worth it. Stock Market Cult says, can't the other players see your cards if they wanted to? Nope, because we're on a 5-minute delay. So the hand would be over by the time they made it over to my stream to look and see what I have. Richard says, wishing you better luck. Thanks, Richard. Silverlicious says 4 tables is great, but Carl says hard to see on mobile. Raymond says view is good. Good luck. Andrew, will you be playing in the PLO event? Yeah, I think that's that $400 event that I mentioned earlier. I'll get in there. No Ski K says, is Ryan DePaulo the Stu Unger of our generation? Is he? I had the same question, the same thoughts. Andrew, would you recommend anything to help with memory to remember recent hand histories? If you're talking about live poker, I would solely recommend practice and writing all the details down as soon as the hand is over. But the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. But yeah, basically as soon as the hand is over, bust out your phone, open the Notes app, start writing. Just going to fold this out of position. Fives on one table, eights on another table. I assume the one table is probably the better look, just based on what all the other professional streamers do, like Lex and Spraggy, etc. I never see them having the 4 tables up at once because it could be too much to really get a sense of what's happening. Going to see bet it against our man Lucky Stewie. It was a value bet. Yes, let's change the live stream title. Good idea. I'm not sure what I want to title it yet. Did cross my mind to potentially put out a bet on the river here and try and get this through because ace 4 is so unlikely to win, but just top pair versus a set. Hey, Greg says, I literally can't see anything just going off of the commentary. Really? Can't see anything? Yeah, it always seems like pretty mixed. Some people really dig the multi-table view. And other people want to be focused on one tournament, and then if something else happens that's interesting in another tournament, switch over to that. But hard to please everybody, especially when there are 1,546 people here. Appreciate you guys hanging out, despite the lack of good things happening in the bracelet event. The truth says, what can we expect next, Andrew? You never know what to expect next. The truth? Never really know. Do you ever click the wrong button playing 4 games? Not too often, really. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but seems pretty rare. Seems rare enough to feel okay playing 4 tables. or more even. Does playing at 4 different tables put you at a disadvantage? Maybe, but maybe it's also maybe it also allows me to realize my profit faster if I'm playing more games. The ROI and profit might be lower theoretically on each individual game, but put together, if I get through more games faster, then I perhaps win more faster, if that makes sense to you. Ouch, flopping a 5 on pocket 8s and an 8 on pocket 5s. Dang, yo. Tyler says, is audio delayed for anyone else? If that ever happens, just maybe refresh the window. Just try refreshing. I've seen that happen for some people. What's up, Flybone 100? D. Samber says, Ryan DePaulo is not the Stu Ungar of our generation. From what I've read, Stu was a savant and somewhat disturbed. Ryan is simply an entertainer guy who plays well. I think he plays really well. He must. I mean, I'm sure he has his moments of not playing well, but literally everybody does. But I guess, I don't know if I'm results oriented, but he seems to have some very solid results. So I would say he's more than just an entertaining guy who happens to play well. I think he's a solid tournament player who is also entertaining. Just reading a message on my phone from Benjamin Adler. What a guy. Awaiting the cello video that I can play for you guys on break. Might not come today, but hopefully it'll come at some point. Audio levels are very good and in sync, says Silverlicious. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Hey man, greetings from Holland, says Gamer Therimi. Enjoy your vacay. Hey, we're not on vacation here, dude. We're here to grind. We're on the grind. Shout out to Kristen Bicknell, who has been on the vlog before. Won herself another bracelet the other day. She won herself, I think that was it the 2.5K event. Is it a 21 or 2,500 event? I think she was on Joey's podcast today. So I don't know if that's going on right now or it was just earlier, but that should be an interesting interview. Boogeyman 1987, what's up, dude? Member of the channel. Digging these chill beats. Happy to hear it. Does folding a marginal hand and then seeing you would have flopped the nuts make you change strategy or loosen up? Or are you immune to those inevitable results? I don't think I'm immune to the disappointment, but I am mostly immune to the effect of that changing up how I play the next time, the next hand, the rest of the session, something like that. Something like that. Hey Nimi, hope you're well. I've been watching the stream for a while now and noticed the odd up dog appear in your background. What does that mean? What does that mean, Joe Hughes? I appreciate the £5, but I want to know what it means. What is an up dog? What does it mean? What does it all mean? We're super deep here, so peel for the gutter ball. Mason Kennedy, I LOL'd. I LOL'd. I see all your tables. Good luck and keep the content coming. You're great. Hey, thanks, Bill. Sometimes we're great. Sometimes we are not great. If you want to feel all the emotions under the sun, try playing poker. Do you ever click the wrong button? Not too often. Oh, up dog? I get it. I get the joke. I get the joke. Just as I typed in, I would also like to know what up dog is. I get it. I get the joke. God damn it. I can't believe I fell for that. How did I fall for that? I hope that was worth 5 quid. I bet that was worth a lot more than 5 quid to you. If I had to guess. I've heard that one too before. I've heard that before and I can't believe I fell for that. What a fish. Three big blinds and a call. Worst hand again. What do you know? At least we found the fold. What's up, Robert? Love all your content. Huge fan. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the 420. What? $50-50 on the deuces here. Never mind. 50-50 between call and ripping it in versus the single open. Aces and an all-in. Love to see it. Love to see this flop. Don't love to see that turn. I'm going to size up here and not fold if he decides to continue for the maximum. Tens are good. Tens are good. Brick everything. So just gonna have to shut it down now. Good hand. Jam might have worked. Do those headphones hurt your ears after a while? No, they're pretty comfortable. Couple of disappointing hands there, back to back. Aces versus tens, no good. Open in a straight draw and flush draw. Can't get there. Not being biased, but I really expect you even more, knowing that you started out online. Is that bad? Are online players actually better than live as a whole? It's not quite so simple as better or worse, but online poker definitely allows you to improve at the game much faster. Just because the game itself is much faster and you see so many more hands in a much shorter amount of time. So it depends what you do with that information. Do you take it and analyze it, which a lot of online poker players do, and they get very good at the fundamentals and the technicals of the game from a more GTO aspect. But that doesn't mean that necessarily an online poker player will just crush live games. I would say it's more likely, though, that an online poker will find success in live poker than it is vice versa. So yeah, I would say online poker games are generally tougher. Oh, you guys are getting a good lull at my lack of getting the joke. Can't believe it. Can't believe it got so hard. It's gonna be 5 minutes before he understands up dog. Something like that. Might have been like 3.5, 4 minutes. Can't believe it. When do you stream on Twitch? I haven't been streaming on Twitch, just here on YouTube. I was doing it. At one point I was streaming on both simultaneously. But kind of hard to manage 2 chats and play poker. And if it's a choice between the two, there's definitely benefits to Twitch, but the audience is mainly here that I've built over the years. Gonna call it here, call it off with the 10s. We cover this player. It's a bounty tournament. It's a flip. Yep. That's kind of the way it's going today. Jack 7 or 10. Deuce of spades. Deuce ball. Gonna rip it in here. There's extra value in putting in the squeeze once this guy flat calls. Have an ace, suited ace, flush ability, wheel ability. Got one over and some flush draw potential. We hit the overcard. We're still alive, believe it or not. We just need to hit an ace. Yeah, right. Not today. Not today. We can, I think, still rebuy in this one. Late reg is still happening. Ace King up here. Pretty big open. Can't do much here with the 8-7 suited versus a 5.2. 5.2 big blind open. Hello from Montana, says Montana Poker Player. Thanks for all you do for poker. Enjoy your vlogs. Thanks, buddy. Don't think I've spent any time in Montana yet. Not yet. Hopefully someday. Big Sky Country, is that what they call it? Do you not like pocket twos? I don't mind them. I don't mind the twos usually, but it always depends. Early position with a medium short stack-ish. I don't remember what the hand was, but if it was like an early position, you gotta let it go. Flop the open ender. Looking for the check jam here. Doesn't go for it. Sigh. Pair 3 is good. We had a couple outs. Ruthless, your cat has been missing for 2 days now. It sucks. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully there's a happy ending to this story. Unless this is another joke that I'm not aware of. And I just said something out loud, but it doesn't sound like it. Hope you find him or her. Damn, it's not Andrew's day today. It is not. Not so far. I think you just have to keep entering. Just keep entering. And eventually, sooner or later, you win a tournament. Never give up. Never stop entering. Unless you run out of money. Then you have to stop entering. Otherwise, keep entering. Persistently driven. Thanks, buddy. Three bet and 4-bet. Right into it. J-Stack says, can't wait for you to come back to Texas Card House, Austin. Have been watching the weekly live streams. Definitely good action. That's cool. Good times down there. Always good times. Thanks for the $5. Best hand. You need to dodge a king or a 9. The nut flush. Jesus, that final card turnover is annoying if you are multi-tabling. I don't know. I still don't mind it. Multi-tabling, not multi-tabling, one-tabling. Honestly, I don't mind it. I understand it's not for everyone, though. I wonder, it might be in an option so you can turn it off, but I'm not sure. I thought I looked for it and didn't see it. The slow reveal. Painful to watch? Don't worry, David. There's much more painful things out there in the world than some online poker variants in general. You're right, though. This is an absolute travesty. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good, dude. Like I said, you just got to keep firing and firing, 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 firing. Andrew, are you not concerned about cheating when playing online? For example, in an online cash game, it would be very easy for 2 or 3 people to join the same cash game and play as a team against others. That is generally true, technically true, but also there are teams of people on the most legit sites, the better sites, bigger sites, that hire teams of security looking out for those exact sort of things. And they have AI, I guess, I guess there's some AI that's on the lookout for that sort of a thing. Players that are playing frequently together and their playing patterns versus each other, with each other, versus other players, things like that. And they're constantly, it's sort of like a constant cat and mouse game. So that sort of thing does happen. But there's also like measures that are taken to sort of combat that. So is it high on my list of concerns? Not really. I know that it's probably happening to some degree, but in tournaments particularly, seems very difficult because the seeding is random. Maybe in like sit and goes it might happen more often. I'm going to jam the sevens here with 14 big blinds. Somebody's going to call me probably because this is a bounty tournament. Isolation from my flip 89. And it is a flip indeed. Good flop so far. Need to dodge a deuce, ace, or queen. Will we dodge a deuce, ace, or queen? Yes, we will. We will double up. See, guys, it's not all bad news around here. No bounty for my flip 89 yet. Mark Kelly, what is up? Glad to see you back, Andrew. I usually miss your streams. The vlog is my go-to, so I was excited to see a new one drop the other day. Good luck. Thanks, dude. Damn. Thanks for your support, my friend. 50 bucks. Much appreciated, Mark Kelly. Thanks to all of you guys for hanging out. Glad the vlogs have been enjoyable over the years, beneficial in some ways, whether that's entertainment, information, or as I like to call it, infotainment. Multiple ways to play the ace 10. Genuinely appreciate the donation, Mark Kelly. Very much appreciated. Unfortunate. Don't cover that player. 4-bet jam right behind us. Sean K says, why don't you ever try to bluff when you miss your draws? I wouldn't say I never try. So best times to bluff are when you have blockers to strong hands. So like blockers to strong top pair hands, which I assume you're referencing that queen 10 hand, which is probably has some attributes that make it good time to bluff and some that do not. I don't know if I was blocking any flush draws, which matters to some degree, but I did have blockers to, I guess, king, queen, and king 10. So that definitely makes for a reasonable candidate to bluff with on the river. And queen high is unlikely to win. So definitely a candidate to think about bluffing with on the river. And obviously when he has ace 3, I have regrets about not bluffing with it on the river. So usually you don't want to be blocking draws that they could have to have called you with on earlier streets. And you do want to be blocking strong top pair hands, mainly. Apparently that's most important. So definitely a reasonable candidate to go ahead and barrel with, even though I myself had the draw. And I think I might have been blocking, I think I might have had a card that was blocking flush draws as well, but I'm not positive. So definitely worth considering. Going to take a quick break. Be right back shortly. What did I miss? Who said what? Who do we need to ban? Who do we need to get out of here forever? Anybody? Anybody needs a ban? Anyone know what are his results in Mexico so far? A couple cashes, a few cashes here and there. I did win one tournament. It was not a bracelet event. Cashed it for won it for about $3,000. Still working on that bracelet thing. Here's the cash from the Colossus. Proof. Visual proof. We are on the board. It's not all bricks around here. We're not just stacking up bricks. Cash the Colossus. Here's the tournament that I won. More visual proof. $2,945. First place, Andrew Nemi, Daily Turbo Special. There's me in the background. Visual proof. Cash in another bracelet event for 3,100 or something like that, 3,200. Don't have the visual proof handy at the moment, but some good things have happened. It's always a mix. It's always going to be a mix. So that's just going to be the way it goes. Thanks for asking, though. Are they not sipping on margaritas in Mexico? I've had a couple of margaritas. I think I've had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've had 5 margaritas so far over the course of about 2 weeks. Today marks 2 weeks that we've been down here. My results, 7 hangovers. Not true, GN, not true. What poker site is this? GG. I don't know what it stands for. What does GG stand for? Does it actually stand for Good Game Poker? It must, right? What else could it possibly stand for? I await your replies as to what GG Poker could also stand for. Poca says, go to Bellagio and play live. Brad, you want to go to the Bellagio? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Brad's in. Let's go. Alex says, I think you're popular enough to have your own hand like Queen Deuce, a.k.a. the Iron, that is. What hand should we be calling the Nemi now? I don't know. What do you want? What do you want to roll with? Something that served us well, not something that we have bad memories of. What's a hand that served us well? Richard Langston says, downstairs Brad is in the tourney. I don't know if that's a question or statement. He is in the Millionaire Maker. He made it to day 2, which resumes on Sunday. So we will be hopefully sweating Brad to tournament victory on Sunday. GGPoker won't let me get in the U.S. That's true. It will not. Got to be outside the U.S. Not my fault. Jeff Craven says, first time to see you live stream. Been watching your blog for a long time now. Enjoy your content. I learned a lot about being a better poker player watching you. Thanks for that. Happy to hear it, dude. This hand right here is called the Johnson. This is the Johnson, you guys. Made famous by my friends James Rosenthal and Bradley Gollum. Different Brad. The Johnson. Learn it, use it. I'm sure you're familiar with the Brunson. The Johnson, you guys. Shout out to James and other Brad. Yeah, I get a little unsure about these types of spots when it is a stack size that is getting on the shorter side. And I have a weak ace. So could do any number of things here. Any number of things. Could call, could raise, could jam. Now, call seems super standard. I call. What you got? Good hand. We block flushes on that other hand, and we do not block flush draws. Try our best to pot control it down to the river. Is pot control the thing you should be going for? Don't really know. Ace queen suited though. Happy to call that jam. Happy to call another jam. Happy to jam this. Ace queen versus A7. Good turn card. Subpar river card though. Chop it up. Making it tough on us today, that's for sure. Just gonna call if this guy jams. It's super short. It's kind of unfortunate because we don't have a lot of chips to be able to bleed away, but we are in reasonable shape versus a lot of hands. We're actually dominating some hands. Who knew? Deuces and fours with a queen is another chop. See a check raise here, which is sadness because it seems very difficult for him to do that without an ace. Going to rip this in for less than 20 bigs. Good through the first guy, but not the second guy. We have the best hand. Not anymore, though. We need an ace or a heart. That's neither. Get called by the king 8 since it is a bounty event. What are the blinds in this? Blinds are 150, 300. Was debating down here between opening or just open ripping. Seems quite close. And we would not have gotten that through. Ace 9, the A9. It's something. It's not nothing. Aces. I mean, if my last name started with A, that would definitely make sense. Best hand ever created. Yeah, I mean, we do have some connection to it in that fashion. Great game of poker. Giant gorilla poker. Good poker. Jim Lemon says, the plumbing tip was a big help. Saved me thousands when I found a loose pipe. I need a gardening tip now. $5 for a gardening tip? Who knew that when I would live stream poker tournaments, people would be tuning in for plumbing and gardening tips from me? I need a gardening tip now. I found that it's helpful to fill up the biggest container that you have in your kitchen, whether that's a bowl, whether that is something else. Fill it up with water. And take it outside and pour it all over your garden. That's all I got. That's all I got. I mean, for $5, I feel like we're not getting anywhere with these tips, you guys. The plumbing tip seems solid. If I can think of a better gardening tip, I do know that in your potted plants, you need to put a hole in the bottom of the pot so that there's some drainage system functioning in that pot for that plant. That's another tip for you. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. Dude, 25 big blinds in an online multi-table tournament is not short. It's heaps. Fair enough. It could be heaps. Problem is, lots of spots where I'm not exactly sure what to do. So, buying in for smaller tournaments, even if we only have 25 big blinds, then I feel okay with that because I can get my learn on for a smaller price rather than rebuying into a $1,500 event. Will you be streaming tournaments tomorrow? Do you have a list of tournaments you'll be entering? It would be fun to enter one of the same tournaments. Yes, I think so. Let me look at the schedule again. Tomorrow's tournament is a $500 deep stack event, so we'll be in there. I'll be in there. I wish I was in here, but yeah, I'll be in there. I'll be firing tomorrow. Reasonable price tournament tomorrow. Gonna be getting it in here with fives. What poker software is he using, says Evan. We are playing on GGPoker, if that's what you mean. Flopped a set. I'm just debating if I'm going to fold for the last 10 big blinds when we call and we do not win, if we do not improve. Obviously, I don't think I can call for 10 big blinds on the river. Make a pair, which is not what I was looking for. That's a straight, bro. So I don't think he was going to be folding the pair plus gutter ball. Gonna rip it in with the Jack 7 of diamonds. Snap min raise, a little more than a min raise. Good turn. Small C bet, small continuing bet. Just gonna get it in here. Shut out diamonds. Looking for a spade or a deuce. That's neither. Good hand, dude. Good hand. All right, we're going to let this tournament go. I'm going to preserve, I think. Is that true? Let's It's the worst ace. It is suited. Ronster, the Millie Maker is over. It is over for me. Busto for this guy. Pretty good turn card. Guess we were not drawing super live there. They just always have it, huh? They just always have it. Just a full house, not just like a naked 9, just a full house. Gardening tips in the chat. Hey Andrew, I'm a longtime fan. You got me to take poker seriously. Thank you for that. Overall, thank you for your inspiration. Not too sure what poker tips you're learning today. How to run awful. How to run a straight flush draw into a full house. Do you have a favorite hand to play even if it's not GTO? Mine is A6 because my birthday is 6/1. Yeah, mine. My birthday hand is Ace4 because it's 1/4, January 4th. But aside from that, I never really got into the whole favorite hand thing, to be honest with you. Never did. Never had an exact favorite hand. Suited and connected or gapped or, double gapped or triple gapped. Suited is the key part, of course. Gonna have to call this off in the bounty event if Charles lets us get away with it. Two overs. Fair fight. Need to dodge a 9, 4, 7 or club. Hey, we got ourselves a bounty. Something good happened. Are you in the money at any of these tables? No, sir. I am not. Can you adjust it to not slow roll the river? I'm not sure. I think I might have taken a look to see if I could find that option, and I don't think I could find it. Sadness. I mean, we have the best hand here a lot of the time, but ace deuce. Ace deuce, though. But personally, I'm a fan of it, so I'm not going to be turning it off, even if I do find that option. You should put a I am playing GGPoker on your screen for how many people ask each day. It's in the bottom right corner there. I thought maybe that would be the giveaway, but maybe not. Snap called with kings. Kings versus kings. What do you know? Told you they're not making it easy on us today. Just a casual flat call with the kings. Being able to roll the river card is pretty cool. It would be better if you could unroll it and just straight up refuse it. Like, nah, I'm not accepting this. Indeed, that would be cool. Wavy says, 4 tables too much to watch. Bye. Understood, dude. Just trying to mix it up. Some people really like it. I know it's not for everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Richard Laxton says, getting a little frustrated. I don't know if that's me. Is that you? Are you getting frustrated? Or are you asking if I'm getting frustrated? It's definitely more fun to win. It's more fun to run good than it is to run awful. But that's the way it's going to go. That's the way it's going to go sometimes. Is it not? Down to a miserable 6 big blinds. Having 6 big blinds and being in the big blind the next hand is not exactly the most fun thing in poker. That's for sure. But you know what? Living the dream, you guys. Look at this blue mug. How can you have this blue mug in your possession and have coffee in it? and be upset with the way life has gone. Answer me that. Here's a question I have for you guys. In this Daniel Negreanu and Doug Polk thing, do you think Daniel should have requested a second game alongside the No Limit Hold'em portion of the challenge, of the match? Do you think Negreanu should have requested that they play one of Daniel's stronger games? Something like Stud or 08, Limit 08 or something like that. Should Daniel have done that, or should they just play straight No Limit for the fans, since the fans understand No Limit Hold'em the best? Put a 1 for yes, he should have requested. Put a 2 for no, straight No Limit Hold'em. Let's get after it. NLHE style. 1 for other games, 2 for straight No Limit. I want to know what you guys think. Why doesn't Brad stream? We tried to get it set up. We got very far. We got all the way to the point where you click go live, only to find out his computer wasn't having it. The thing started smoking, and we actually had to throw it in the pool because we were afraid it was going to burn down the entire villa, and we would get thrown into a Mexican jail. Believe it or not, true story. We eventually got his computer out of the pool. It did stop smoking, and it still works, but it still won't stream. In your face, Mike Hawk. Eat this. Eat these 4.7 big blinds. Take that. Ha! Sixes, yeah, right. Bam. Come on. Come on. Open it up. Come on. Ace Queen. Ace Queen, no good. You get folded to with 4.7 bigs, and you have Ace Queen, and it's no good. Could be a sign. It could be a sign. I mean, threes are always good here. Oh, man. The dream might be dead for the day. The dream could be dead for the day. What's up, Ryan Anderson? Hey, Andrew. Keep up the great work, man. Love the vlogs and streams. You and Brad are class acts. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate it. Nothing going our way today. Not a single thing going our way today, I would say. Get our defense on. Find a subpar flop. Same story here. Get our defense on. Find a subpar flop. This is the way it goes sometimes, you guys. In poker life, this is part of the dream. It's all part of the dream. Can stab here. It's a good flop for our range. Terrible flop for our actual hand. Doesn't work. Get called in 2 spots. Gonna be all in here with the ace deuce suited. Get called. Get called by a better ace. Not a terrible flop. Not a great turn. Not a great river. Oh, actually it is a great river. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Chop it up. Torno says, are you going to make something like a highlight reel for these tournaments you've been playing? That's a good idea. We're going to be all in here. Less than 20 bigs. Yeah, I'm going to try and put something together. I don't know how many highlights there will be from today, though. Your guys' friendship is the biggest highlight of today. Your coffee mug is half full. True that. You guys are saying yes, he should have. He should have asked for PLO. There's a 1, 1. And we are basically drawing dead. And now we're dead, just about. Drawing dead. See, drawing dead. Every time I see that, I'm reminded of Jamin Burton. All right, that's that. Last one, you guys. Last chance for romance. Ace Jack offsuit. Seeing some 2s in the mix, but more 1s off the bat. Ben the Fish 4. I love you, Dad. Hey, I'm a fan of yours too. This is a bounty event, which means we can get called a little bit on the lighter side if we jam this in. And with 20 big blinds, I think that's a reasonable option. Yeah, seems like a mix, but seems like most people saying 1. No action this time. Actually feels really weird to not get called by ace queen there. Ace deuce. Gonna hit the muck. Andrew, do you smoke cannabis? Says General Shabazz. Don't mind the very occasional edible. Smoking was never really my thing. I never smoked cigarettes. I've taken like probably less than 10 actual drags of a cigarette in my life. I would say like maybe 6 actual drags of a tobacco cigarette. So smoking was never really like super into it in general. Just makes me cough, so that's not all that fun. Occasional edible though, very occasional. Very occasional. No such thing happening down here in Mexico. Frantic Jack says tilted. Not tilted. Blind versus blind, yeah, 3s. I mean, you can probably let the 3s go, but I just felt like we're going to have the best hand there a lot, and I was kind of happy to flip. So I don't know if that's tilt per se. Got this bounty turn, he says, Richard. I like the optimism, dude. I like it. Yeah, personally, I was shocked that Daniel did not offer or did not request a second game be played in this little challenge thing. That was the most shocking thing to me. I don't know what he's doing. Just playing Doug straight up in Doug's specialty game. Maybe he thinks it'll just put the entire thing to rest afterwards, like win or lose, and it's worth losing a few $100,000 over it. That's the only thing that makes sense. Only thing that makes sense to me. So apparently this Rotterdam 08 guy is a well-known gamer of some sort. I'm out of the loop, so me not knowing who he is doesn't mean anything. But maybe one of you guys in the chat knows. Maybe time to crank up the margarita machine. You gave it a good effort, though. Could be. If you always rely on the booze to soothe the poker pain, it's going to be a lot of booze in your life. That's the thing. Yo, Mark Kelly, what is this about? What is this? Sucks to see those sixes crushing you on top of you already running bad. Hopefully these tourneys pick up. Yo, Mark Kelly, what is up, dude? Man, that's nuts. Much appreciation for you guys. Just one of those days, you know, and it's okay. We're gonna have them, but I greatly, genuinely appreciate that. I'll even go full screen. Can I? Yeah. Hey, cheers, Mark Kelly. Cheers. The blue mug. The blue mug is cheers to you. Massive donation. I think that might be my biggest ever, possibly. So thanks, Mark. What a legend. What a legend. Let me bring it back. Thanks, dude. You guys are the best. Too kind, man. Too kind. Wish I could have put on a better show. Wish the poker would have cooperated a little bit more. But there's always the next one. Life is still good down here. Hey, Jamin Burton in the chat. My dude. Mark Kelly vaulting himself into that top super chat spot in the top left graphic up there. Thanks, man. Sorry, Benjamin Adler. You're out of there, Mark Kelly. There's a new top dog in town, Benjamin Adler. That's all right, though. This is my channel. It says, are you just streaming on YouTube? Yep, just chilling on YouTube. The home base since blog numero uno. I have streamed on Twitch before, but seems to make sense to just kind of like use one home base. Somebody said that if you multi-stream, which means simulcast on YouTube and Twitch, that YouTube for some reason makes it tougher to find your stream for people to find your stream, I guess, but I don't know if that's actually true or if that's a rumor. Daniel Rutkowski says, wow, these hands. Wow, these hands. Eddie says, are you Lebanese? Believe it or not, I am. I like to refer to myself as the whitest Lebanese person on planet Earth. I have been getting a little bit of a tan, though. I think it probably, I think that description probably still pertains. 25%, so yeah. Love me some Lebanese food, tell you that, though. Need to start a super chat challenge to tip the maid, cook, driver that comes with that villa. Those are all extras, which we have only partaken in the cook for the first night that we got here. So we hired the chef to cook us a meal the first night. We also had groceries delivered the the first day we were here. So when we arrived, groceries were already put away in the fridge, in the cupboards. So that was pretty cool. And then we ordered chef service for the first night that we were here. Cook us a proper Mexican meal. If we have some sort of tournament score, another one. Not that we haven't cashed anything, although you would never know it by the looks of today's poker. But if we have some sort of score, I think we'll have to celebrate by ordering the chefs again. Ordering the chef service. December says, I predict that tonight is your 8th margarita. We do have tequila. I don't think we have the other necessary items. We have limes. So, straight tequila. There's always that. But, yeah, if you're trying to like perform such as you would be when playing poker tournaments, having alcohol is usually not the best idea. Because even one drink can affect your sleep. Who knew? I've been wearing this this Whoop thing, and it tells me how well my sleep is every night. This guy just open rips it, huh? We don't even cover him. Annoying. Pretty close. Would love to see a late position open. Even if this guy opens normally. Okay. Gonna go ahead and get it in versus this fellow. If this guy opens standard, which I assume he would because this is a huge stack over here. Just jam it. Happy to jam it versus that guy. Might jam it anyway. He puts in the raise. I'm gonna go ahead and jam it anyway. I don't know how much fold equity we have. Probably not a lot considering he covers both of us. But 5's rates to be good. Reasonable amount of the time because he's ISOing the smaller stack here, looking to get it in and try and collect the bounty. 5's not all that super strong. Going to be up against 2 overs majority of the time. Okay, now he jams as well. So we're probably going to need a 5 at this point. Although we could be up against several hands with overcards. Still wouldn't mind a 5. We don't cover anybody except for this guy. He's like, he got 3-bet, 4-bet, 5-bet. What do I do with my 10 big blinds? He's all in as well. We cover that guy at least. We have the best hand. That's not super ideal. All right, he makes a straight. And we lose to that guy also. So, lose to everybody. Get it in with the best hand, but we're up against 4 overcards, which is going to be tough to end up in first place at the end of that hand. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it. I think I'm going to call it a day, you guys. No momentum to be found today. No love today, aside from you guys. So many appreciations. Very appreciative that you guys are here. There's 1,200 of you guys here watching a guy get tortured in poker tournaments. I'm probably gonna take a break and then maybe play some more tournaments, but maybe take a break from the stream and see if I can maybe just focus, bear down, try and grind it out, find a victory somewhere along the way in some fashion. But again, many thanks to you guys for tuning in, for all of your chats, views, clicking the like button. That's always appreciated. Clicking the subscribe button. And of course, for your super chats, very much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the cause. And we can't do too much worse, I think, than today went. So look for us to do better next time. All right. Adios from Mexico. Be back tomorrow, I think. There's a $500 bracelet event. Let's win it. What do you say? See you then.